While we will finish reading Arctic Lights and Arctic Nights today, you may not take the AR test until we are done with our science work on this book. That will be next Friday. So you may not take the AR test on this book yet. We are finishing reading it today, but if you take the AR test early, you will earn 0 points because the AR reports tell me the date you take the test. So don't try me on that one. I can very easily know. In the meantime, we are going to read what happens in January up in Alaska. Hop, hop, a snowshoe hare scampers softly along her trail on quiet, furry feet. Only her dark eyes reveal a white, camouflaged body. The sun climbs thumb high above the southern horizon, casting long, dark shadows across the snow. Days grow a little longer, but there's still no warmth. As the sun rolls beneath the horizon, the soft pink alpenglow bathes the snowy mountains. So the sun is climbing higher above the horizon, but it's still just thumb high above the horizon. So it's not very high above the horizon. What do we expect? If the sun is low on the horizon, our shadows should be very long. Toss, turn. Bears and ground squirrel are hibernating in their cozy den. The ground squirrel shifts his position to control body temperature. Mother bear and her cubs nestle together for several months beneath the snow. Nights grow shorter. We are in February and there are now 9 hours rounded to the nearest quarter hour, 9 hours of daylight. So the nights are growing shorter. Each day brings 7 or 8 minutes more light. The sun begins to feel warm. In the low-angle sunshine, snow crystals become tiny prisms, scattering the light. Bright sparkles show the colors of the rainbow. As the sun climbs higher, the snow is sprinkled with glints. Colorless crystals, that means crystals without color, that reflect the sun's rays like miniature mirrors. In March, a pair of ravens tumble and roll in the sky. Their black wings glisten in the bright light. Spring is in the air, yet night and morning temperatures are still below freezing, even though we now have 12 hours and 30 minutes of daylight. We're still in freezing temperatures. Diamond dust magically forms above the valley as moist air turns into ice crystals. There is another natural phenomena. 2 bright sundogs appear in the cirrus clouds on either side of the sun. As light passes through the ice-laced clouds, 2 small suns, and this is in quotation marks because they're not the actual sun, they just look like a sun. They form with colorful halos around them. This day, March 21st, marks the beginning of spring, the vernal equinox. There is an equal amount of light and darkness, but soon the days will grow longer than the nights. Now we're in April. Drip, trickle. The snow and ice are melting, and each day brings more light and warmer temperatures. Cumulus clouds billow above the land. The underside of a cloud reflects a changing world. These reflections, or blinks, show the darkness of open water and forest, or the lightness of snow and ice. Longer days signal animals to begin their migrations. Caribou herds move toward their calving grounds. The trumpeter swans come back to their old nests. Now we're in May. The music of songbirds has returned. Nights and snow in the lowlands have vanished. Nights have vanished? How can that be? Well, there are 19.5 hours of daylight, and if night has vanished, that must mean the rest of the time it's just kind of twilight, gray. But it's not total darkness night. Rivers flow again. The world is green. Dappled light dances on the sticky new leaves of the birch and aspen trees. Near the entrance to their den, wolf pups tussle together while their mother basks in the sunshine. The father wolf catches the scent of caribou and trots up the river to find his prey. Now in June, once again the endless June days have returned and light drenches the great wilderness. In the land of the midnight sun, the magical light and explosion of light go hand in hand.